Australia is a huge triathlon nation, and we are absolutely happy to be here now with a total of 4 races. We will see. We will see. It's our first real season now, and after the season, we are going to sit down with our team around Marcus and evaluate everything. And the evaluations already have begun. After every race, we have a look what was good, what was bad, what do we have to improve, and then we'll go from there. Well, I wouldn't say we don't do it, but for the intermediate term, I think we're very happy with the halves that we have. We are going to strengthen the brand by organizing the halves in Australia, and it wouldn't surprise me if we see some more. We have the Gold Coast now as our newest edition, and then we'll see from there. Well, we have a lot of new races, that's true, but also we have a lot of more workforce in place. Over the last 2 years, we have hired so many new people, being responsible for Australia, New Zealand, for Asia, Europe, North America, and with the help of our team, this has been possible. Otherwise, it would have been too fast. For me personally, as the race director of Roth, I would say no, just because Roth is, how to say, it's really important that everyone can go to Roth and that there is no qualification system. Everyone who is fast enough to enter can get a slot. And we are at the moment not aiming for Roth to get our World Championship. We're looking in different directions at the moment for that. Well, we want to avoid it because we think it's not good for the sport, it's not healthy for the sport. Example, Roth, Frankfurt, the Ironman Frankfurt was put on our date 4 years in a row, and we succeeded. And the athletes in Germany said, well, look, this is childish, and this is how we see it as well, you know. At the end of the day, ITU, the federations, Ironman Challenge, everyone has to do its very best to grow the sport. And only if we do that, as a whole, then the sport will get even bigger, you know, and this is how we see it. We want to be a healthy alternative to Ironman, and want to concentrate on ourselves and on our strengths and on our athletes. Absolutely. Athletes, sponsors, media, there are a lot of very important players in our sport. And a monopoly is always bad, as it has proved in the past in every different kind of industry. So for us, it's important that there is not a monopoly, and I'm very happy if there is not only Ironman Challenge, Rev 3, and many others. I also hope that there are a lot of small local new races coming up, you know, as feeder for the other ones, and athletes then decide, and we have to be good enough. The quality has to be high standard, and our prices have to be on a medium level, so that the athletes decide for us. And I would say history showed that we are in a very good way. Nothing really new, I would say. It's a continuous listening to the athletes and listening on what the athletes tell us, and tell us what we did well, what we didn't do well, and then we are still small enough, and our organization crew is still small enough that we can change things immediately into the next season or even half season. So that's, I think, the most important. Well, one of the challenges that we are facing is that Ironman tries to buy our events. That's a challenge, but we're also not afraid about that, you know. For example, in Australia, where we began with Cairns, now we are back with 4 races, and now the situation for Challenge in Australia is much better than it has been before. So I don't always see things as negative things, but we always see it as a chance as well. For this season, we look forward to implement a lot of new things that we have learned from especially the last season being implemented. We have some races that we will do some test runs in certain fields and see, does it go well or not, and does it suit that continent or not, and then we'll implement it in the whole series. Or if we see, well, it doesn't work so well, then we won't. Absolutely, absolutely. No, I'm very patriotic about that. Always have been. I grew up with that sport. In the first race in Roth was '84. So Dirk Aschmonite was one of my big heroes, you know. So of course I'm very, very happy about that. But it's not only the Germans, the Aussies. Ever since and now as well. So it's good to see that, but it's also good to see a mix between good German Olympic distance athletes, half distance and full distance athletes. Good question. We've been voted best race of the world 3 years in a row with Challenge Roth. I would like to get that title again. We have been voted best race in Spain. I would like to get that title again. So no, I really would like to see many of our races being seen by the athletes as absolutely unique, special and fantastic, because we don't have a qualification system now. So for us it's absolutely important that every single race has something unique, has something that the athlete says, yeah, I need to do that race. And we'll put a lot of effort into that. Because I get goosebumps just thinking about it. It's a shitty hill. Like during the year, it's nothing spectacular at all. But during challenge, I'm on a motorcycle going down to Hilpolstein, and then comes this curve, and you hear these voices and everything under your helmet, and you're like, what is that? And then you go around the corner and you see those 50,000 people standing up Solar Hill, and it's just amazing. I think it's absolutely unique in triathlon, and yeah, you have to see it. You can't describe it. Films can't describe it. Pictures can't describe it. It's just absolutely unique. It's an awesome place.